This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 25, Dreams and Dusk. So, I do have an idea.
Do tell.
Has Tierker, god damn it, Gavin. Has he told you about the puzzle pieces?
No.
Yeah, of course not, he's hidden it on him.
Puzzle pieces.
They're dangerous, or can be dangerous. I know a little about them, but I know that ultimately they will lead you to a lot of misfortune.
And he's seeking these?
Yes.
Are there others seeking these?
Oh, there will be others seeking these. They are. Do you know what a wish can do?
A wish,
Yes, a real wish. Not just.
Real,
Yeah,
real wish.
it can give you
Well,
anything. And.
if you could wish for more wishes, then you
Yes,
could
but
have all the wishes you want.
You might be in a constant loop of wishing for more wishes until the end of time.
I once had a dream where I wished for an orange to turn into an apple, and it turned into a frog.
Yes, things can work out that way. I would trust your gut on this one. But there is a way where you could collect them and help me.
Interesting.
Though,
So these puzzle pieces, they're potentially dangerous. Collecting them can potentially grant a wish, and that wish is something that could potentially help you.
not potentially, is more of a guarantee, but we don't know what consequences there will be. Not even I can see that far into the future. And then she kind of puts her mouth over her hand, like she wasn't supposed to say that.
And Nora kind of gives a little bit of a sideways glance. Interesting.
Wait, I think you need to wake up now.
Is it time? Did I
And
fall asleep?
you wake up.
Uh, did I wake up before Rayanne or after? Or to her screaming?
Probably to her screaming.
uh, Norik looks over at Rayanne and says, "Oh, you had to shout like that."
I had a scary dream.
I was
Okay.
having a good dream. He woke me up.
Well, that stinks for you.
So, rewinding back into time, Ash, did you take any naps?
I did not, especially once I saw that both of my companions did. So I didn't want
That was a good idea.
to leave us vulnerable.
And they probably looked like they needed some kind of rest.
Yeah, Ash was just gonna wind down a bit and kind of bandage his wounds and clean his weapons and just kind of make sure all of his gear is secure and then just kind of sit and wait.
Yeah, they both wake up relatively around the same time, except Brienne kind of gives a blood curdling scream, even though she may have not meant to.
You okay over there?
Yeah, just having a nightmare. Nothing out of the normal.
Hmm.
Nightmares. Normal. Yeah, I guess for someone who's lived a life like you.
Eh, life like that was probably more simple than how, or at least recently. I don't know. Up until recently.
And Norik just sort of Norik walks over and gives her a little elbow jab and says, "Well, rest it up."
Feeling much better now.
And looks over to Ash and says, "You good to go?"
I'm good to go.
All right.
So if it was just starting to turn dark beforehand, it is now getting super dark. Like it's almost what you would say night is. Who has dark vision?
I do.
Woo!
And yeah, I guess Norik will say, "Anybody able to lead the way a bit better than me?"
Yeah, I think I got you covered there. I can see in the dark, and I can also produce a little flame for light if that helps you two out.
Ah, boy. Never thought I'd say I love having a fire genasi friend.
We're nothing if not utilitarian, you know. And I'll use my produce flame cantrip and just I summons like a little flame above
Cool. Like,
my hand.
what does that look like when you're performing that cantrip?
Let me double check something if it's verbal, I think, verbal somatic. I think he'll just whisper fire and like snap his fingers, and then a little ball of flame just will appear above his hand. So, yeah, so that gives us 10-foot radius of bright light and 10 more of dim light.
Cool. And that will help on the journey ahead. I The road to Longbarrow is a very familiar one to Newark, but
Mhm.
traveling at night is always a little different than traveling during the day.
Oh yeah, you bet that when Norik was young, his mother beat it into him. Um, not physically, but really nailed it into his head that you be home before dark. And there was a few times he pushed it close, and he might have gotten a spanking from that one, and he definitely got a spanking from that.
And especially this time of year when it starts getting colder and the trees, well, at least the ones with leaves are barren. So you're kind of getting that like tunnel vision of going up and down hills, and there are trees without leaves, like reaching toward you like talons. And how long are you guys willing to travel in the dark? It is only like a 3 hour um, travel time between Branby Clearing and Longbarrow, but it can be seem a lot longer, especially when it's nighttime.
Hmm.
Mm.
Ash is willing to keep going as long as it takes, but if we decide that it's safer to call it a night and check it out in the morning. But also having cover of night is not a bad thing if we're going to see what's happening.
Yep. And so I'm suspecting that Ash is in the lead and the light source is behind you, so your dark vision is not affected.
Yeah.
Right. And is everyone keeping watch, or are you guys kind of like lost in your own thoughts?
No, Nork, being that there was kobolds retreating through this way, Nork is keeping his eyes out.
Yeah, Rand's a bit scared out of her wit here, I'd imagine. So she's just kind of tagging along and keeping a sharp eye.
And also, since since the kobolds were obviously speaking Draconic, he's keeping an ear out for any kind of hint of anything that might sound slightly Draconic, whispering through the breeze or trees or anything of that.
It sounds like everyone's doing a active perception check.
Oof.
Ooh.
Eh?
So we'll start with Ash. You're in a strange foreign land where it gets rather cold rather quickly, and there are barren trees that seem to just stretch for miles. And you can see a lot of things because you have dark vision.
Right.
But does that stop your imagination?
Oh. Apparently not.
Yeah, you see in the distance, you swear, like at first, it's a humanoid figure.
I'll probably just stop in my tracks at some point then when I see that.
And do you tell everyone, or do you just like, what do you do?
I'd like hold up a hand and for like a halt and be like and whisper, I think I see something up ahead.
And Nork's gonna squint into the darkness, probably to no avail.
No, you see something too.
Hmm.
And it seems to be on, like, standing very tall. Is a very, like, broad shape. And Araya, you can kind of see this too. I mean, both this is like, dim lights barely touching this, so it's really hard to tell. But then it gets down on all fours.
Oh no.
And you hear a bear noise.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Nork's gonna just shout, "All right, prepare for attack!"
And as you're saying this thing is like taking its time to come towards you guys.
And it's moving slowly. So
At the moment,
Nork is gonna he's gonna take the point on this and say, you two are, well, let's just say a monk has a better chance in front than magic users. Stay right behind me and help me if I need. And just hold on for a moment. Is there any way to light up, to not destructively light up what that might be in front of us?
yeah. I mean, that light, those produced flame, can it go like 30 feet? Or
Yeah. You'll have to tell me. I can use it. I can hurl it as an attack, but if I were to hurl it into miss on purpose, would that be acceptable to?
yeah, it would definitely burn
Okay.
something. on the ground.
We'll just like kind of flick it out onto the dirt, kind of between us and this creature.
Okay, roll me a d20.
Okay.
$16. So you flick it in such a way where you don't actually like get the pile of leaves or sticks that are just instant wildfire, thankfully.
Whoops. Yeah.
And as this ball of light actually passes the vision of this creature, you notice that when it's lit up, it's a giant bear. And that's when it starts charging ya.
Oh, fun.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Let's do this. Bring it, bear.
Nork is gonna say, Ash, come here. Let me hop on your shoulders. And
Okay.
can we do together some like an intimidation check on this thing as we scream and at it?
Let's see, is that the right procedure for a bear to make as much noise as possible? Yes, I think it is.
I
So
think it is.
yeah, remember kids, this is not actually a wilderness survival role. If you find yourself in front of a bear, well, don't listen to us. Yeah, I mean, before you guys make enough initiative, roll me an intimidation. Maybe you could just scare the bear off.
Should I do it with advantage since I'm having
Oh!
Oh, okay, Rayanne. Like, these two are not acting fast enough for you.
Yeah.
What do you do to intimidate the bear? Oh,
Nork is not very intimidating.
She just gives out a big growl, like, get out now! Just like a gnarly growl along with it.
okay, you two, Norik and Ash, can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Uh-oh. Oh.
Okay, so Ash. Actually, what's your spell saving thingamajig, Brienne?
Spell saving.
Yeah, what people roll against for your
What people roll against for what?
to do saves against you.
Uh,
Oh, I got
Oh.
it. It's 14.
okay.
No one passes.
That's a scary lady.
Yeah, like suddenly you, especially you, Ash, you see the arcane symbols just kind of like flare up on Rayanne again. And Nork, you can physically see this too.
Oh geez.
And like for a brief moment, she just flashes, and you don't know what it is about this, but she just has a terrifying visage, and you feel compelled to just go. Ran, your horse. Oh, pony. Actually, no, you're on Herberta. I gotta roll for Herberta too.
Oh,
Oh god,
Berta.
you might be like left alone in the woods.
Frick.
Oh.
Thankfully, she's spot on. But yeah, you guys you have the fear.
Pansies.
You have the fear. God, what is it called? You guys are feared. Let's just put it that way. So you are compelled.
I get to make another roll on that because I have the brave. I get to
Oh,
have advantage
okay.
against fear.
Yeah, do it.
So I'll just make another roll.
Yep. Oh, much better.
Yep.
Ash, you have the fear thing on you. So for I think it's the next minute,
Oh my gosh.
You feel like you need to get away from the source of your terror, which happens to be Rayanne right now.
And she was behind me before?
Yes.
I'm just gonna book it away from her past the bear and just run down the road.
The bear is actually booking it with you, along with the pony. Nort, can you give me a dexterity saving throw? That's good enough to stay on the pony. So your pony is just not responding to any of your commands. It is
Oh, geez.
running just off. And Rand, you're left alone in the dark with Herberta.
Mm, I
You
wasn't
just
that
you just
scared,
hear
was I?
Norik and as they're speeding off down the road, you hear Norik on the pony. Whoa, whoa, hey now.
Oh,
And
and
Rain just talks to Herberta, and she's like, I wasn't that scared, was I?
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We're gonna leave it there with the terrifying Rand in the woods. And yeah, let's say our goodbyes.
Alright, I guess we're just doing this in the same way we did the introduction, so. Alright, I'm Very Random Butterfly. You can find me at Twitter at VRYRDM or on YouTube, which is just Very Random Butterfly. I promise I'm not scary in real life. I do random videos roughly every week. Things, comics whenever I feel like it. And yeah.
And I'm Guy, YouTube channel of That Guy Who Can't Sing, or what do you call it? Twitter, Guy Who Can't Sing. I post up videos every few months usually, but what I'm doing more now actually is Twitch streams playing Beat Saber with lasers. So if you want to tune in to twitch.com/GuyW, just GUYW, that's my channel, and you can see Beat Saber awesomeness or derpitude, whichever way you want to look at it, while I'm actually flashing around real lasers on my Vive controllers. It's pretty fun and looks kind of cool.
and I'm Ammon. You can find me on Twitter at DND Geologist. Come hang out, say hi.
Thank you guys for playing tonight, and thank you for everyone who is listening. If you want to follow Tales of Swordfall, we are Swordfall D&D on Twitter, and I think it's Swordfall D&D on Facebook. And then if you're not listening on YouTube, we also post these up on YouTube, and we're YouTube/Tales of Swordfall. We also have a Google Plus, and I think that's it for right now. If you're listening on Anchor, Spotify, and those other podcast things, thank you for listening to us. Share our stuff, like us. If you're listening on YouTube, smash the subscribe button, ring that bell, and hopefully you get updates. I try to keep everyone updated on Twitter anyway, so if you're not following us on Twitter, probably should. Yeah, also share and comment and all that stuff. If you want to see more role play from various people of this groups, like Gats or me, we both play on, uh, gosh, Heroes of Old on Band of the Hawk Gaming. We usually stream every Friday night. Also, you can find more information about Gats's Bane of the Ancients on his channel, Gets Righteous. He does a really awesome job at running games and stuff. He has a more dark and dreary game. Oh yeah, if you want to follow me personally, I tweet mostly about puppies and D&D and nerdy stuff and occasional zoo trips. And yeah, I'm at Paul_Garish. That's at PAUL_GERRISH. And once again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. And whatever time of day it is, I hope you're having a nice one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't touch weird things.
Yep. Thank you for listening to Tales of Swordfall.
Please consider listening to these podcasts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of Where the Wild Things Roll. My name is John, and I will be your host and DM for this 5th edition actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast set in the world of Ravarna. This podcast might be a tad different from others you've listened to. The two players will be my 12-year-old son, Kinnick, and my 10-year-old daughter, Kaylee, as they learn to play D&D through their very first campaign. We will pick up with our adventurers as they finish their time at Paduke's Adventurers Guild, as they take their practical exams in dungeoneering, magical beasts, weapons and armor, puzzle solving, diplomacy, history of the world, and magical cause and effect before they are set out into the world. Can our two adventurers pass their classes and become full-fledged members of the Adventurers Guild? You'll have to tune in and find out next time on Where the Wild Things Roll.
Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.